Hello guys, welcome to my section of Mind Matters. Why does mind matter? Why should you keep a sane mind to perform well? Well, I think we live in a world where you should be able to perform best mentally to sort out your troubles in the other parts of the life. And so I'm not going to tell you how it affects your body. I'm just going to pass on 7 tips to which will help you think clearly. So before we get started, my name is Kunjal Shah and I am a physiotherapist. I also have posted a lot of videos which help in exercise as well as dealing with various injuries. So do check them out, and if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Alright, so using stress as an advantage. So we all know that stress is associated with a very negative word. माने अगर stress हो गया तो कुछ बुरा हुआ है या आपको बहुत ज़्यादा तकलीफ़ हो रही है because of a certain situation. But we need to understand that stress can also be good for your body. Now there are 2 types of stress. There is a good stress and a bad stress. Like imagine you got a new job and you're up and running to perform in the new job. That's a good stress. But how it will become bad stress is that you're doing the job and someone tells you that, dude, there's a deadline, you need to finish XYZ tasks. And then when you perceive it as a threat, then it becomes a bad stress. Our body starts reacting in a different manner and it shoots up the BP, your brain is working that much, you're not relaxing, your digestive system is cramped up, it is not letting the food digest. सो इमेजिन कीजिए दैट स्ट्रेस इज़ जैसे आपकी गाड़ी शुरू हुई और चल रही है उसको ब्रेक ही नहीं लग रहा है. नाउ टू रिड्यूस स्ट्रेस व्हाट यू नीड टू नो इज़ आपकी गाड़ी में एक ब्रेक है, माने देयर इज़ अ पैरासिम्पैथेटिक सिस्टम जो बॉडी को रिलैक्स करता है. सो यू जस्ट नीड टू एक्टिवेट इट. नाउ टू एक्टिवेट दिस पैरासिम्पैथेटिक सिस्टम यू नीड टू हैव अ 5. So to deal with this stress, you could use a 5-point response which will help in putting a brake to your car. ठीक है, ये है the 5-point system. So first one is move more. आप जितना एक्सरसाइज करेंगे उतना आपका बॉडी रिलैक्स होगा, आप उतना अच्छे तरीके से सोच पाएंगे. Second is practice yoga. When I say yoga means yoga includes meditation, breathing and exercises, and it does help in reducing the stress. Third is get perspective. Don't be so quick to give up that ये situation ऐसा हो गया अब मुझसे नहीं होगा. Think about it rationally. Fourth is get into the nature. Sometimes when you step out in the nature, go for a walk around the water or in trees, somehow it changes your perspective. You're able to visualize things better, or you get distracted and you will be able to get a solution. And the 5th tip is to change the nature of your response. So research says that every time you feel anxious and you calm yourself and deal with that situation in your in that particular time, the neurons of your brain form new connections and you tend to become less anxious in a similar situation next time. So controlling your response really helps dealing with the stress. So my tip number 2 is get into the flow. When I say get into the flow is suddenly you started doing some work and you had the perfect amount of energy and you were doing it at a perfect pace, and once you finished doing the task, you came out of the task and you felt completely better mentally, and somehow you search for a solution. Now this could be an hour at work, or a small session of running, or some kind of a painting experience. I'm so sure you can relate to this. When I say get into a flow, is to get into your zone. This is a zone where you are not overactive, like not too tense, not too nervous, you don't have too much energy, and you're not too tired, you're not feeling less motivated. You have a perfect amount of energy, and when you get into that zone, when you find out that I did this XYZ thing and I got into my zone, you will be able to think clearly, and you will be able to find solutions in that point of time. My tip number 3 is to be mindful. When I say be mindful, is to be present there in that moment. We live in a world full of distractions of social media and the mobile phone and whatnot. And sometimes it happens that you meet someone and you're talking to someone, but your mind is somewhere else. So to be mindful is to be present in that moment, to think clearly. If you are in a situation where you need to think clearly to find a solution, sometimes snapping back to the moment is important. It's also a good way of being more observant. Like for instance, when you're meeting someone, it is a good thing to be a good listener, to listen to people, what they are saying, what do they mean, and to observe their emotions. And at that time you will be present in that moment, and you will be able to think clearly. My tip number 4 is to cultivate more energy and less tension. Now what do I mean by that? I want to give you an example. Like now let's say you have a presentation to give at work, or after a tiring day at work you have to reach home and you still have a number of tasks to do. Now at this point of time, you again need to get into a zone where your performance is optimal. How do you get into that zone? When you are actually worked up because you have to do all these XYZ things, or you have to present in front of a crowd, is simple. All you need to do is calm your energy levels, control them, and then perform. So that is how you again get into a zone. And the most effective and the easiest manner is to hold back and take a couple of deep breaths and then perform again. So this will help in getting in your zone. Now why this? Because see, there are researchers that tell you that breathing will help in reducing your stress and anxiety. And I guess that is why yoga has been such a great practice to reduce stress and anxiety. Even in fact, if you have to meditate, it always starts with focusing on your breath. So if you look at all these things, you will realize that if you want to perform, or if you want to give a presentation, you want to be in a meditative state, that you're presenting well, you are aware of all the people who are there, you are aware of all the information, and you want to perform well. Similarly, when you're getting back home, you want to be in a meditative state, you want to be calm, and you want to do things in a better manner. So sometimes taking deep breaths back, sitting in your car or sitting in your chair before whatever activity you have to do, will help in creating more energy, less tension. My tip number 5 is to focus relentlessly. Now, there is a very deep and a big myth in our society that when we multitask, we are increasing our productivity. Well, frankly, when you multitask, your brain will be confused where to send the blood supply, scientifically speaking. So, when you are multitasking, the brain, the blood flow in the areas of the brain which should be activated for the particular task you're doing are not activated well, and you end up doing the task with a little lesser IQ. Have you ever been in a situation where you're just cooking for half an hour and you cooked well, and say you had to cook and talk on the phone and do XYZ task, and something went wrong? Well, obviously it will go wrong because your brain didn't know where to send the blood flow and which centers to activate. So similarly, to focus relentlessly, you should put in a practice to do single tasking is what it should be called, or just do एक काम कीजिए एक समय पे, to speak in Hindi. So when you do one task at a time, you are completely absorbed in the task, the particular brain centers are activated, and when you finish that, you can move on to the next task. So ideally, you should make a list of things to do and pick up the most important thing. I'm not saying the most urgent thing. The urgent things can distract your brain, but the most important thing, and do it exclusively, how much ever energy you want to the maximum amount of time you can give it to, and then move on to the next task. When you make this a habit of doing one task at a time, you will realize that you are able to achieve things faster and you're able to do it easier. Use power words and self-talk is my tip number 6. Now, you must have heard of power words and self-talk, and it is spoken about by most motivators or mental health coaches. Now, but how to use it? What are power words is what I went ahead and found out when I started using it for myself. And why should you use it is what I'm going to talk about. Now, power word can be anything related to the task you want to achieve. Like for instance, when I come to my workplace, and what I decided at one point of time in my career is that today I'm going to start listening more to my clients and talk less. And when I started using that practice in my clinical work, I was able to figure out more easily what the client had, and I was able to get to the problem faster. So it set the intent for my day, and it was a powerful way to improve my clinical practice. It may not have been a part of the skills somebody taught me in the school, but yes, I did learn it through mental coaches. So your power word can be anything, and you need to first identify what your goal is. And again, when you use such power words, it will help you to focus relentlessly. So let's say your intent is that you want to study for your exam, and you want to finish one chapter. So then you have to break down the task into small tasks, right? You break it down into small things. And when you set the intent that today I am going to finish 1 page or 2 pages, that is the power word for you. And when you start using this for yourself, or when you start making this as a practice, this will help you when you are in a public places, when you want to speak, or you're in a stressful situation and you want to deal with it. At that time, when you walk into a stressful situation and you use a power word, like say for instance you're about to make a presentation and you use just one particular power word which makes you in the game for the presentation, that is how you will be able to focus relentlessly and you will be able to think clearly. And coming to my tip number 7 is to meditate. Now, meditation, I don't need to say anything about meditation. You guys already know that meditation is so widely talked about, and it really helps in calming down our brain. It helps with creativity. It helps with improved focus, with attention control, and it is the need of the hour for each and every age group. And building this meditation into your lifestyle practice is the most essential part of our life. I personally started meditating very late, but I started with 1 minute and I used to just focus on the breath. Sometimes I meditate while I go for a walk, and sometimes I end up meditating using various kind of musics on the YouTube. So choose the way you want to meditate. There's also a form of muscular meditation called Tai Chi, or doing slow exercises, and all of these have their benefits. But when you inculcate this in as a part of your life, you will realize that you are able to think clearly. So I hope all these tips have been useful to you. If you like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for listening. Kunjal Shah.